When I was in high school, I began to volunteer in a girls' football club because I was really interested in kind of the coaching aspect, even though it wasn't like my #1 sport. So during that, I continued to coach football for Stirling Albion, but also for like more recreational stuff, going out into primary schools and actually trying to get them and push them towards actually taking part in football. And I just loved that, and I continued to do that all the way through. Still do it now, and that's been about 7 years, so 7 years of coaching. Challenger came about when I was at college, in a sense that that's when I found out about it. Obviously it's been going on for a lot longer than that. I knew it was something I always wanted to do. I always kind of wanted to do the whole big American dream, go and work there for a summer. Even though football wasn't my main thing, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to apply for it. And it was the best decision that I've ever done. My first time I was out for 10 weeks in California, covered quite a lot of Oregon and Nevada as well. So I feel like when I was there I got to see so much of it. And this year I'm going back out, but I'm kind of further north, so I'm actually San Diego and Hawaii this time, which is super exciting. The day before I went, I was so nervous. It was my first time being away from my family for that amount of time. Got to the airport and was like, right, okay, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. Said our goodbyes to our parents as if we were never going to see them again. As soon as I got there, it felt so surreal, like I was like, nah, I'm not actually here. It was really hot. I think the climate difference from Scotland to Nevada was quite a big jump. Everybody always goes on about Lake Tahoe, like it's amazing, it's amazing. Well, I drove there because you get your own car and stuff, but when I was with the host family and we're passing all these tiny wee lakes and I'm like, is that Lake Tahoe? And they're like laughing at me. And then we went round the corner and I was just completely mind blown. I just couldn't believe like something like that actually existed. The first time when I went out, it was the 3 days training weekend in Warwick. Now that's still a thing, but you actually do one training day closer to home and then 2 days in Warwick. And straight away when you get there, the atmosphere is just completely buzzing. All the coaches are there from no matter what region they're going to, so there's hundreds of coaches. And it's just like everybody's buzzing about going to the States in the next few months. But from actually going out there, it's completely different coaching to your peers as opposed to coaching kids. Luckily I had quite a lot of experience in that, and that's where I feel like I excel more because I don't care about making a fool out of myself in front of kids. But as soon as I got out there, to me the biggest learning curve wasn't actually the learning how to coach football, it was the confidence it gave me. You meet the best friends for life, the families and stuff I stayed with that I'm going to go and visit again. It's amazing, and it's something that you don't get with a lot of other companies that do the same thing. The host families for me was the best thing about it, and it's the thing that everybody's most scared about before they go. And they're just so warm welcoming, and even though you might only be staying with them for a week, it's crazy how close you can get to a family in a week. The things they want to show you, because obviously you're new to their hometown, so even though you're getting paid to coach, like that money is really just for your spending if you want to spend it or save it, because everything's provided for you there. They provide you with all your breakfast, lunches, dinners, they wash, clean all your clothes, it's like your bed and stuff to sleep on, so, and the kind of bonds you build with them and their families, and it's friends for life really. It's really important for girls to build on their confidence, and to go and do something like this is like amazing for any girl within sport. You know, that confidence that it brings you, the motivation that it brings you, and like obviously football's quite a male dominated sport, and people can sometimes be a little bit like scared to apply for these things because there is more guys than girls, but think of the role model that you're being when you're out there, that the little girls that are in that camp that want to play soccer, like you're their role model. And there is like hundreds of girls that do it, but more and more girls need to do it to show that, you know, we're just as good a role model. The advice I would give the coaches that are coming to the recruitment days is just to make your session as fun as possible, and don't be afraid to change your session on the day, because at the end of the day, no matter how much you plan a session, it's always going to change. So don't stand there on the day and completely panic that something's not went your way or they're maybe not understanding the drill. Don't be afraid to then take it back a step, because that just really shows your experience as a coach. Be fun, outgoing, and just involve everybody. That's the biggest pointers you could give.